Distracted driving crashes resulted in 333 deaths last year. That is the highest in Florida in at least 8 years.
3 years ago, texting while driving became illegal in Florida in an effort to reduce those crashes. As Crime Tracker 10's Hannah Deneen shows us now, drivers who break that law put themselves and everyone around them in danger.
I just see this car barreling towards us.
A car in Lake Wales crashes into a police cruiser. Then another car, which slams into a group of people on the side of the road.
Really minor injuries, thank God. It could have been way worse.
Officer Jacob Rains of the Lake Wales Police Department, whose body camera took this video, says he'd been standing in front of this cruiser just a minute earlier. The driver later told him he'd been looking at his phone.
I think it was a 110% completely avoidable. If he would have just been paying attention, it would have never happened.
Florida has 2 laws related to distracted driving that went into effect in 2019. The first makes it illegal to text and drive anywhere. The second, to use a phone at all in a school or construction zone.
But the texting while driving law is not being enforced in a significant way. These are how many citations were issued statewide since the law went into effect in July of 2019. Just 505 that first year, around 3,400 in 2020, and 4,100 last year. Now, these are the counties that our station covers. Last year, half of our county sheriff's departments issued fewer than a dozen citations for texting while driving. There is one county in our area, however, that's been cracking down on this issue. Sarasota County Sheriffs issued more citations than any other department with 61. And the Sarasota Police Department issued 194. That's more than any other police department in the state, except for Miami-Dade.
Sarasota police officer Jason Frank says enforcing these new laws has been a department priority from the start.
Governor DeSantis came here several years ago when that bill was passed. And we went, I think it was like 6 months of issuing warnings before we actually began issuing citations.
Florida Highway Safety advises, reduce temptation by turning on your phone's Do Not Disturb feature, or throw that cell phone in the glove box or backseat of your car. Practicing hands-free driving may be a nod to the future.
At some point in time, the state of Florida is going to be hands-free completely.
Phones down, eyes up. Because a ticket is truly the least that you're risking.
It's just not worth taking someone else's life or potentially taking your own.
Hannah Deneen, 10 Tampa Bay.
And we should mention, some police say the law is difficult to enforce. While texting is illegal, checking GPS is not. And it's a challenge for them to prove which the driver was doing.